Are you a talented footballer with the potential to go all of the way, but you've never been spotted or had a trial? Well, all you need to do is check out a brand new innovative business that I've started with my partners called Scout's Eyes. It gives you a chance to get spotted by our network of scouts to try and get you a trial at a professional club. Scout's Eyes places you in front of a professional scout who will assess your talent. You simply need to visit our website right now and upload your clips as directed. Our scouts will then view them and give you a full assessment. If you meet a certain criteria, your details will be sent to scouts at professional football clubs for them to come and see you play. It's as simple as that. So visit scoutseyes.com right now and send in your clips, and a scout could be coming to watch you play at your next game. AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players will be linked with a transfer move to Arsenal. Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that will be linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. Don't forget to use the code SE50 if you want to get onto Scout's Eyes. Now, big up to everybody that I met yesterday. Actually was at the Wimbledon tennis. Absolutely brilliant. Got to see Alcaraz, Sabalenka. Really enjoyable day at Wimbledon. Trust me, I recommend it if you've never ever done it. If I thought I could get away from football for the day, no chance, because everybody at Wimbledon's a football fan, right? So everybody was asking me about transfers, about Arsenal, about football in general, right? So it was a really good day as well, talking to fans, and it was great to be talking about signings. Zubimendi finally signing for Arsenal yesterday in a deal worth, said to be worth 65 million euros. That's around about 56.14 million pounds, if you want to be accurate like that. Arsenal did pay over the release clause for Zubimendi, but there's a reason why they did that, and that is because they were able to structure the deal in installments over a period of time. So how a lot of these release clause works, if, they'll be set sometimes, maybe slightly lower than what the player's really worth, but you've got to pay all of it up front. And of course, for a lot of teams, they don't want to show that on their balance sheet for the year that they've, forked out £50 million on one player. They'd rather spread it. Hence why you see Chelsea with these little crafty 10-year deals and stuff like what they do to structure the payment over a 10-year period. So they're going to be able to pay the deal over installments. It's a long-term deal for Zubimendi. He's going to wear the number 36 shirt. And as I said, it's an excellent signing for Arsenal. He will come in that defensive midfield position. He's one of the best around in that position at the moment. Spanish international, has won the Euros with Spain, and a highly talented player. And I remember was very sought after. Liverpool originally were trying to sign him last season. He ended up staying. We tried to sign him a couple of years ago as well. He stayed at Real Sociedad. And then when the deal was going through for him this summer, Real Madrid were trying their hardest to poach the deal, to poach him and hijack the deal. But they failed, despite all of their little manoeuvres and shenanigans. And Zubimendi is an Arsenal player, and that is a great addition to Arsenal. 2 signings now. Kepa in as a backup goalkeeper. Zubimendi, expect Christian Norgard to be announced next. He's going to be coming in as well as another defensive midfielder, and that means that position is covered, and that is great news for Arsenal because that is some quality players coming in. As I said in the video to launch Zubimendi, that midfield all of a sudden of Zubimendi, Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard looks a pretty formidable one, and hopefully we can add more to it. Then on top of that yesterday, and this is really good news, the breakthrough news yesterday that Viktor Gyökeres is on the verge of signing for Arsenal. This was fantastic news. It was broke by various outlets. Hand of Arsenal, he's been doing some good job this year in breaking news regarding Arsenal. Fabrizio Romano, he reported that there's a full agreement between Viktor Gyökeres and Arsenal, that he's agreed on a long-term deal. David Ornstein, he said as well that talks are very, very advanced to get this done. Literally, it's been reported all over. And the deal is said to have been agreed. The deal that's said to have been agreed is a 5-year deal until June 2030 with Viktor Gyökeres. He's so keen to get the move done that he's reportedly, and this is according to the record over there in Portugal, he's reportedly given up on nearly £2 million worth of wages so that the deal can go through. This is because Sporting are still asking for a bit over the asking price, a bit over the price that Arsenal are willing to offer. So Gyokeres is sacrificing some of his wages so that this deal can go through smoothly. And that shows you a player that is absolutely committed to play for Arsenal. Remember, at one stage this window, Manchester United was starting to look like they would be the favourites to get him done. Other clubs were interested in him as well. Saudi clubs, Chelsea showed an interest. But right from the beginning, Gyokeres has been saying, I only want to move to Arsenal. And, you know, it's been my number one target for Arsenal this summer. I mean, I know a lot of you guys out there wanted Sesko, but for me, I always said Gyokeres first for me. Just for the mere fact it's his goal-scoring record. When I look at Sesko's record, good, you can see ceiling's high. But for me, we need these goals now. And Gyokeres' goal-scoring record has been unbelievable. I know you got to factor in the fact that, you know, he's playing over in Portugal. A lot of the teams that he's up against are not the same standard as the Premier League, and I don't expect him to score the same amount of goals as what he scored in Portugal. I mean, listen, if he can do that, that'd be amazing. But you cannot ignore his goal-scoring record. 54 goals in all competitions last season, the most of any player in Europe. This is great news. It's not done yet, but this is potentially great news. Viktor Gyökeres will be signing for Arsenal. And finally, we made a decision on it. We've been going back and forth. Will it be Sesko? Will it be Gyokeres? Could it be Ollie Watkins? But the Sesko thing is looking dead. I spoke about it on yesterday's show. RB Leipzig asking for way too much money, and Arsenal now have made their decision. This is the player that Berta wanted. The rumours were it was Arteta, more Sesko, and we've been courting him for the past 2 seasons. But it was Berta who really wanted Gyokeres, and I'm happy with this. We need a striker, and it looks like at long last we're getting a striker. And the fans I was talking to yesterday were absolutely buzzing. This will represent another great signing for Arsenal. Arsenal started off moving very, very slowly in this transfer window, but they're getting their act together. And as I said all along, it's about getting that striker in before we go on pre-season, and it looks like we're going to do that. Remember, Gyokeres was supposed to be returning back to training today for Sporting, but he won't be doing that. And he could be an Arsenal player very, very soon. And that's great news for Arsenal. But whilst I was at Wimbledon yesterday, there was a lot of these little cheeky Chelsea fans coming up, almost taking the piss, I can't be honest, right, out of me. Coming up, saying to me, Robbie, I support Chelsea. How you doing? So what are you saying about Madueke then? Ready for Madueke? Like, with these big grins on their face. And I was just like, what is up with this? And then when I find out now, right, that Noni Madueke, who I keep saying he's a good player. I don't want to be disrespecting him because he is a good player. He is a good player. It's just that you get another Chelsea player. Is it what we need? Because we're all looking at some other exciting signings, like, say, someone like Eze, who's actually at Wimbledon. And I was trying to track him down, right? Every time the guys kept saying to me, you just missed Eze, you know, you walked through that door there. You just missed Eze. I wanted to find him and bend his arm and say, make sure you come to Arsenal, right? But I couldn't find him, right? But Madueke, Chelsea apparently are demanding £50 million for Noni Madueke. Now, for me, if that is true, and that is the deal, and that's how much it will cost, even 45 million, for me, Arsenal shouldn't be doing this deal. There are other players that we can get. In my opinion, keep that 50 million and go after somebody like a Rodrygo or somebody like that, a Rafa Leao, who apparently you can get for 60 million. 50 million for a player that plays on the right wing when we really need a left winger would not make any sense to me whatsoever. And I was reading this as well, that when Chelsea, I mean, there's the one I said yesterday that they asked about Ethan Nwaneri as part of the deal, and they were told by Arsenal in no uncertain terms, no chance. Apparently, they also asked about Max Dowman, who's the up-and-coming starlet for Arsenal as well, and that was shut down, thank God, immediately. But, hey, listen, come on, Arsenal. I don't know, I'm still not feeling this. You know what? I want to throw it out there, because we did the original poll, and I think it was 83% of you said no to Madueke. Let's do it again. Let's do it again, because you guys may have changed your mind. Let's get this poll going again today. Do you want Noni Madueke at Arsenal? Clear your heads, think about it logically, disregard everything I've said. I want you to think about this carefully. Think about him as a player. Do you think he'd be a good signing for Arsenal? Seriously now. Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. We're going to give you the results of the poll tomorrow. A player that I'm sure you would all love to see at Arsenal is Rodrygo. And, we all know with his issues at the moment, I mean, speaking about it a lot over the past few days, the fact that he's not getting into the Real Madrid team at the moment. He's just been coming off the bench and barely, even when he does do that, I mean, the last game he came on the 86th minute. So the writing's on the wall for Rodrygo, but where is he going to go? Now, I said on yesterday's show how, through intermediaries who approached him regarding some Saudi clubs, he said, nope, Premier League's my priority, and Arsenal's the main club I'd be looking to sign for there. That's according to those reports. ESPN in Brazil claimed that PSG and Manchester City are also interested in a Rodrygo. You could also throw Liverpool into the mix as well, because they could lose Luis Diaz, and they may be interested in him as well. Surprising the PSG link by ESPN there, because, they've got Kvaratskhelia, they've got Barcola who can play on that left-hand side. So that would be a surprising one for me. But they're said to be interested, and they're said to have been, make contact with Real Madrid over the signing. So they're going to have suitors for him. That means that the price is going to be high. Definitely going to be in the region of £70 million at least, plus. So one to watch there. And what's happening with Leandro Trossard? We keep talking about these left-hand positions and stuff like that, but we do have players that actually play there right now. Trossard, as we know, has changed his agent. And according to the Turkish Post-Net, they're reporting that Fenerbahce are interested in signing Trossard and actually have made an offer. They're willing to meet all of his wage demands, and they're offering Arsenal 50 million euros to get Trossard. Remember, he's only got a year left on his contract. That will work out to be just under £13 million if they could get that done. Fenerbahce being very ambitious in this transfer window. They just signed John Duran on loan from Al Nassr for the season. Now they're interested in trying to get Trossard. So it's looking to me like Trossard is going to be the one that's going to be on the move this summer out of him and Martinelli. But one to watch there, Fenerbahce making a move for Leandro Trossard. So those are the rumours for today. Don't forget, keep it locked here. It's going to be a very interesting week. Could Gyokeres be done this week? That would be the big signing of this transfer window for Arsenal. It'd be a dial mover. If Arsenal get in Gyokeres, they've already got in Zubimendi, the window is all of a sudden starting to look very, very healthy indeed for Arsenal. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, we've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to score thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, go to ukautoclaims.co.uk to start your free simple check. Loads of you will have overpaid and payouts could be worth thousands, so you've got to look into it. Hit up the link below and check now for free.